Hi, this is Dave, and I'm here to show you my do-it-yourself rainwater collection system, which actually is threefold. First, I'll talk about the rainwater collection part of it. What I have here is I have a 450-gallon tank that I purchased at my local farm supply store. Probably could have been a bigger tank. In fact, I know it could have been a bigger tank, but yeah, it fits nice, and I really couldn't put anything bigger in my yard. Anyway, 450-gallon tank, and also I have this rainwater diverter system that I also purchased at the local farm supply store. It's made by rainharvesting.com out of Australia, and what it does is you see the two spouts coming down off the rain gutters. But what it does is that first screen kind of blocks the leaves from dropping into it, and then there's another filter inside, and it first goes, when it first starts raining, you don't want the junk coming off the roof, the bird droppings and raccoon droppings and whatever else wanders around on your roof. You don't want it coming down into your tank. So what this thing does is it first comes down into this long tube, and there's an exit at the bottom of a determined amount, whatever you want. It comes with different orifices. So your rainwater, comes down, fills up this tube, which is mostly the junk that first comes off. And you're going to get junk no matter what. We don't drink this water, but I do have a filter, and I'll go into that later. Anyway, that first bunch of water comes down into this tube, drains out the bottom for the most part, and then once it fills up, when the water gets going, there's a ball, there's a air-filled ball inside there that floats up to the top, blocks the entrance, and the water's diverted into the tank. Like I said before, I think this tank fills up pretty quickly, 450 gallons. That's the rainwater collection part. It works pretty well. The other part of it is, because I have a steel roof on 500 square feet of my home, which is the patio, the spout on the left, we get about probably every other day or 50% of the time where I live, we get cool mornings, and the steel roof will condensate. And I will get maybe a half a gallon or up to a gallon of water that comes down, and use it for water in the garden or whatever. And so that's about a half gallon to a gallon every other day off the steel roof, which is kind of a nice little bonus. That's a given, whether it rains or not. It doesn't drain into the tank because there's just not enough. It comes in drips. It was dripping earlier this morning, and I got about a half a gallon. I don't think it's dripping right now. But anyway, and that's that part of it. The other part of this is I collect water from the showers when we're waiting for the shower water to warm up. See those two tubes coming out of the shower or the bathroom windows? Just so happens that where I placed this tank, it was in a cove area right near the two bathrooms. And I'll go inside and we'll talk about that. Okay, here we are in one of the bathrooms, and what I have here is I have a valve that I purchased at Home Depot. And what this is this is one of those valves to where you have the shower wand on one end of the tube. It's a kit. It actually comes with the valve, the tube, and then the handheld wand. For those people who want to switch from the shower head to the handheld wand, you just attach it to your shower head. So anyway, what we do here is while the shower water is warming up, this valve is in this position to where the cold water will go out the tube into the tank that's outside. Okay, then after the water warms up, and you can pretty much tell that it's warmed up because you can feel it, or you can feel it drips a little bit down the shower head. You can feel that it's warm. Then you just flip the switch and you take your shower, and you're not jumping into a cold shower. Then when you get out, you just flip it back for the next person. We have three people who live in this house, and we each take a shower at least once a day, sometimes not. And I have calculated that in a 6-week time period, we collected 200 gallons of water from, collecting the cold water as the shower was warming up. And that's 200 gallons every 6 weeks. That's 400 gallons every 2 months, or 3 months rather. So there you go. Works quite well. Let's go outside. Anyway, we're back outside, and I just wanted to show you a couple more things. This is the outlet to the water tank. It's just basically used for filling up pitchers, to water the garden. You can see I got a shut-off valve, and if we ever needed to drink this water, because I wouldn't drink this water that comes off the roof. If it was just shower water, that would be one thing, but because that's municipal water. But water coming off the roof, you don't want to drink that. So what I did was I went and bought this filter. So in case of an emergency, I bought this kit from, I forget where I got it. You can get them online, but it's made by Monolithic. So if you just kind of Google Monolithic water filter, it's a ceramic charcoal filter. It's supposed to be a pretty darn good filter. It's a kit. It comes with the filter. It comes with the spigot and some washers and things. And what you do is you put a couple of 5-gallon buckets together. And in case of an emergency, your municipal water gets cut off, you just fill up one of the 5-gallon buckets with this water out of this tank, and it's drinkable. Okay, so I hope this helps everybody out, gives people ideas, and Drought City, over and out.